ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Namaskar, my dear friends. I'm going to give you a very important video, that is, the heart is the self and what is the location of the heart. This is explained by Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi. Try to understand the conception of heart. As per Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi, heart, what we know, is not physical heart we are discussing here. It is the spiritual heart. As Bhagwan says, this heart is on the right side, not on the left side where the biological heart exists. Dear friends, the heart is for making the people understand a conception of spiritual heart is assumed. In actual sense, there is no such thing like spiritual heart existing visibly. This spiritual heart is nothing but the self. Self and spiritual heart are the same. There is no difference between them. But for understanding, just people who are entering the field of spirituality, just for their understanding, spiritual heart is earmarked on the right side. This spiritual heart is nothing but the self. And as you know, self is infinite, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. So infinity cannot be confined in finite space. So we have to understand these things. We have to use the reasoning and logical side, simply just to carry on talking does not give any understanding. So as per Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharshi, spiritual heart is located on the right side. At the same time, Bhagwan says that in the actual sense there is no spiritual heart as such. Spiritual heart is just the self only. So now let us proceed. Bhagwan explains, this is the question answer session. Devotees, they are asking questions about heart and all, and Bhagwan is replying. So let us start. Devotee puts a question. Sri Bhagwan speaks of the heart as the seat of consciousness and as identical with the self. What does the heart exactly signify? Now, Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi replies, the question about the heart arises because you are interested in seeking the source of consciousness. To all deep thinking minds, the inquiry about the I and its nature has an irresistible fascination. Call it by any name: God, self, the heart, or the seat of consciousness. It is all the same. The point to be grasped in this that heart means the very core of one's being, the center, without which there is nothing whatsoever. So, one's being means Atma, soul, devotee. But Sri Bhagwan has specified a particular place for the heart within the physical body, that it is in the chest, 2 digits to the right from the median. Maharishi, yes, that is the center of spiritual experience according to the testimony of sages. This spiritual heart center is quite different from the blood propelling muscular organ known by the same name. The spiritual heart center is not an organ of the body. All that you can say of the heart is that it is the very core of your being, that with which you are really identical. As the word in Sanskrit literally means, whether you are awake, asleep, or dreaming, whether you are engaged in work or immersed in samadhi, devotee. In that case, how can it be localized in any part of the body? Fixing a place for the heart would imply setting physiological limitation to that which is beyond space and time. Maharshi, that is right. But the person who puts the question about the position of the heart considers himself as existing with or in the body. While putting the question now, would you say that your body alone is here, but that you are speaking from somewhere else? No. You accept your bodily existence. It is from this point of view that any reference to a physical body comes to be made. Truly speaking, pure consciousness is indivisible. It is without parts, it has no form and shape, no within and without. There is no right or left for it. Pure consciousness, which is the heart, includes all, and nothing is outside or apart from it. That is the ultimate truth. From this absolute standpoint, the heart self or consciousness can have no particular place assigned to it in the physical body. What is the reason? The body is itself a mere projection of the mind, and the mind is but a poor reflection of the radiant heart. How can that, in which everything is contained, be itself confined as a tiny part within the physical body, which is but an infinitesimal, infinitesimal phenomenal manifestation of the one reality. But people do not understand this. They cannot help thinking in terms of the physical body and the world. For instance, you say, I have come to this ashram all the way from my country beyond the Himalayas. But that is not the truth. Where is a coming or going or any movement whatsoever for the one all pervading spirit which you really are. You are where you have always been. It is your body that moved or was conveyed from one place to place till it reached this ashram. This is the simple truth. But to a person who considers himself a subject living in an objective world, it appears as something altogether visionary. It is by coming down to the level of ordinary understanding that a place is assigned to the heart in the physical body. Devotee, how then shall I understand Sri Bhagwan's statement that the experience of the heart center is at the particular place in the chest. Mercy. Once you accept that from the true and absolute standpoint, the heart as pure consciousness is beyond space and time, it will be easy for you to understand the rest in its correct perspective. Perspective. De- devotee. It is only on that basis that I have put the question about the position of the heart. I am asking about Sri Bhagwan's experience. Maharshi, pure consciousness, wholly unrelated to the physical body and transcending the mind, is a matter of direct experience. Sages know their bodiless eternal existence just as the layman knows his bodily existence. But the experience of consciousness can be with bodily awareness as well as without it. In the bodiless experience of pure consciousness, the sage is beyond time and space, and no question about the position of the heart can then at all arise. Since, however, the physical body cannot subsist with life apart from consciousness, bodily awareness has to be sustained by pure consciousness. The former, by its nature, is limited to and can never be coexistensive with the latter, which is infinite and eternal. Body consciousness is merely a monad-like miniature reflection of the pure consciousness with which the sage has realized his identity. For him, therefore, body consciousness is only a reflected ray, as it were, of the self-effulgent, infinite consciousness which is himself. It is in this sense alone that the sage is aware of his bodily existence. Since during the bodiless experience of the heart as pure consciousness, the sage is not at all aware of the body, that absolute experience is localized by him within the limits of the physical body by a sort of feeling recollection made while he is with bodily awareness. Devotee. For men like me who have neither the direct experience of the heart nor the consequent recollection, the matter seems to be somewhat difficult to grasp. About the position of the heart itself, perhaps we must depend on some sort of guesswork. Maharishi, if the determination of the position of the heart is to depend on guesswork, even in the case of the layman, the question is surely not worth much consideration. No, it is not on guesswork that you have to depend, it is on an unerring intuition. Devotee, for whom is the intuition? Maharishi, for one and all. Devotee, does Sri Bhagwan credit me with an intuitive knowledge of the heart? Maharishi, no, not of the heart, but of the position of the heart in relation to your identity. Devotee Sri Bhagwan says that I intuitively know the position of the heart in the physical body. Maharshi, why not? Devotee, pointing to himself. It is to me personally that Sri Bhagwan is referring. Maharshi, yes, that is the intuition. How did you refer to yourself by gesture just now? Did you not put your finger on the right side of the chest? That is exactly the place of the heart center. Devotee. So then, in the absence of direct knowledge of the heart center, I have to depend on his intuition. Mercy, what is wrong with it? When a schoolboy says it is I that did the sum correctly, or when he asks you, shall I run and get the books for you? Would he point out to the head that did the sum correctly, or to the legs that will carry him swiftly to get you the book? No, in both cases his finger is pointed quite naturally toward the right side of the chest, thus giving innocent expression to the profound truth that the source of highness in him is here. It is an unerring intuition that makes him refer to himself, to the heart which is the self in that way. The act is quite involuntary and universal. That is to say, it is the same in the case of every individual. What stronger proof than this do you require about the position of the heart center in the physical body? So, I end the video here. Next, I will explain the place of the heart in the next video. So, thank you, my dear friends, for listening this very good question answer session between devotees and Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi. Thank you, my dear friend. Please like, comment, and share the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you a lot. Namaskar.